What's up, everybody in STREAMYARD? Ooh, y'all look good. How you doing? Good to see you. Listen, before we get started, I just wanted to see, did y'all get your tickets yet? Your tickets to my annual birthday in Blanc, honey, at Keystone Corner in Baltimore on Friday. My birthday, July 11th, 2 shows, 6 and 8:30 p.m. Did you get your tickets? Well, if you follow me on Instagram, you do follow me on Instagram, right? Okay, click the link in my bio and it will take you straight to the ticket link and you can pick your seats. Or you can go to Keystone Corner Baltimore. That's Keystone with a K, Corner with a K, Baltimore.com. Scroll to July 11th, look at your girl, and click Get Your Seats. Now listen, anywhere you know how to find me, you need to get your tickets right now. Wear all white and pop it with some color. For all my Sabbath keepers out there, just come to the 6 p.m. show. I'll be done by 7:30. You'll be home by 8-ish, and it's all good. Now, if you just can't make it at all, then Keystone Corner streams the show live. So get an online ticket, child. Just get a ticket. Help a sister sell out. It's my birthday, July 11th, and we are live at Keystone Corner in Baltimore. Now go ahead, get your tickets.
I can talk like an angel, make a mountain come when I call. If you don't have love, don't mean a thing at all. Though I can hang like a martyr, know that giving stuff is smarter, and bring to slaves their long lost liberty. If we don't have love, it don't mean a thing, for the virtue of love is giving, believing, receiving, not self-seeking, protecting, connecting, respecting, forgiving, peaceful. True love is everlasting. Now there cannot be something sweeter than lay your life down for another. Step back, live high for all to see. Let love reign upon the nation to the point of saturation. The moment is now. Let love your anthem be. But if we don't have love, we're adrift in self-betrayed. For the virtue of love is giving, believing, receiving, not self-seeking, protecting, connecting, respecting, forgiving, peaceful. True love is everlasting. Love is kind, like the summer rain, softly soaking, softly soothing every pain. Like the splendor of the early spring, the glow of love and joy to everything. Everything, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's what love is. I want you to feel it. Hey, that's what love is. Come on, you say it's giving, believing, receiving, not self-seeking, protecting, connecting, respecting. Oh, giving, believing, receiving, not self-seeking, oh, protecting, connecting. It's giving, believing, receiving, not self-seeking, protected, connected, respected. Oh, that's what love is. It's giving, believing, not self-seeking. you love them. Imagine, close your eyes and imagine. Imagine no more color lines. Imagine no more reasons why you can't do anything you try. Don't give up on you. Imagine your dreams coming true. Imagine a world where no one has color for skin. Imagine a place where everyone only stands to win. Some of us call our world a peaceful place, but if you could go back, think of everything you change. Imagine no more color lines. Ooh, imagine no more reasons why you can't do anything you try. Don't give up on you. Imagine your dreams coming true. It's so easy for you to jump to the wrong conclusion. Imagine if first thought was to find a resolution. Some of us think we can't change anything, but if you could do it differently, what choices would you make? Imagine no more reasons. If you could do it just a little bit different now, you try. Don't give up. Oh no, imagine your dreams coming true. You can do it. You can do it. Imagine no more reasons. It doesn't matter what color you are. Yeah. Don't give up. Oh no, no. Imagine your dreams coming true. Imagine if at the drop of a hat you could turn back and start each day all over again. That you wake, you can't make a choice to love anyway, in spite of all the things that you want to change. Imagine we're breaking down barriers. Open up your heart and let love in. Anything you try. Don't give up on you. Oh no, no. Imagine your dreams coming true. We all heard the same. We all bleed the same. We all cry the same. We all love the same. Come on, try and join to see. Imagine your dreams coming true. I know you feel it way, way down deep inside. Reach down, pull it on out and work it. Just work it, just work it. Don't you give up. Don't you.
Hey,
Hello.
sis. Hi, everybody.
Hi everyone.
How's it going?
Hi.
I was letting some people in and getting some people on. What's happening, everybody? We are live on everything. All right, we are just live. Okay, just live. We're just live. Okay,
We're live
We're
everywhere.
live. We're live
Yeah.
everywhere now. If you can hear me or see me and see the panel right now, drop a heart, a comment, a hello, a something or other in the chat. so we know who is watching and who's out there. I see you, Janice. I see you, Juanita. I see you. I see you, Miss Jean. I want to try to get you in. There we go. I see you, Pam Alexander. Wait a minute. What? Look at God. Okay.
Right.
Can everybody hear? Oh, Rose is in the building. Shirley Bagley is here. Nadine, Camille, April, come on in the room, my friends. Come on in. My sister Susan, do you have audio? Joyce is in the room. Come on in, y'all. Just shouting out everybody who's here. Mr. Hunt's in the room, the music director. There we go. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. So I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome, everybody. The day has come.
Yeah.
The day has come. I'm trying to make sure hey, Marjorie, I'm trying to shout out everybody. Make sure y'all are here.
Everyone's here.
Is Mr. E in the room? Hey, there's Mama G. Wait a minute, there she is. Come on, rocking her silverware for the video.
Hey, Queens.
Hey, G.
Everybody's coming on in.
You look so fabulous.
Good to see y'all.
It's good to see everybody.
It always works out.
Everybody. Meet the woman of the hour. Dr. Millicent Brown is here, y'all.
Yeah.
Hi, Nikki. Nikki Kirkpatrick is here from Florida. How are you? Everybody is in. Y'all drop a hello and where you're from. Welcome in. Teacher, what's happening? Thank you for being here. Mary Thompson is here. Cheryl Blankenship. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
All right. Pamela, I'm trying to invite you in. Let's see if we can get the cast members in the room.
Yeah.
And we're going to get it moving in just a second. Karen Turner. Okay, let me see if I can find. There's Mr. E. I see him. All right. Everybody can hear. Everybody's good.
I can hear.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
trying to see if I
progress.
can bring anybody else in. Hold on.
I'll take it.
Whew, thanks for bearing with me and showing up on StreamYard and following instructions. Give yourselves a round of applause because I know sometimes it's like, what is she talking about and why do I have to do all this here?
Right.
Rose, how are you? I'm going to bring her in too. All right, so I know we want to get started. So let me just get in a quick thing here, right? Stand by 1 second. I'm checking for one more thing.
Hi, Kim.
Let me see.
Kimberly Hart is here.
Hey, there she is. I cannot connect your device, Joyce, but I see you in there. You've got to connect your mic and your camera is the message that it's giving me so that I can connect you. Mama Joyce,
She down there
blink
having
twice if you can hear me. Right, I'm going to need you to put the Mai Tai down. Okay.
She's in Jamaica.
She's in Jamaica. But okay, it is 7:15. I'm gonna get started. If you can go back out and or connect your mic and your camera so we can bring you in. Otherwise, it will not let me bring you on. If you're here and you can and you're on social media, share this feed, please. The more you share, let's push the algorithm, just shake up the room. I am Silver Logan Sharp. Duh.
No. Not you.
And I've got one quick thing for you to see, and then we're going to get started. You ready? And there it is. Okay, so so listen, I've got to introduce my amazing mother, right? When my mother called me into a meeting, because y'all know we take meetings on a regular basis about everything. When she called me into a meeting, she asked me about her For Freedom poem, to ask me to help produce a video that she wanted to share with the world. I said, okay, I'm not surprised, but I had no idea where this request was going. So knowing my mother, I understand that she probably didn't know either, but was willing to just trust the process, right? She always talks about her, coming, what does she call them? She calls them her spiritual downloads. So she got a spiritual download, and that's when I knew she was serious and that she meant it. So my mother, being the healing arts practitioner that she is and creator of the Feel Better Challenge, who is always trying to calm the waters, was now about to stir up the freedom waters. Okay. I'm just saying, somebody let the church say amen, because that's what's about to go down. I knew that this was going to be awesome and it was going to be good. So when she asked me to invite a few iconic ageless sister friends to record a video reading of this poem, since her practice version, as she calls it on Zoom, was just boring, for the Freedom Project was born, and my life's work for the next 4 months was off and running. Then the search was on for what would become the Wise Women Freedom Collective. 5 dynamic and powerful living legacies: Pam Alexander, Jean Carn, Evelyn Simpson Carrington, N. Joyce Payne, and Lilius White. Now, when she asked me to be the videographer, the director, the editor, the producer of said video, this was back in March, I think it was, I thought, no pressure. The very presence and the charisma of these ladies will make this happen. I may have a nervous breakdown and I'm gonna lose a lot of sleep, but it's okay. My mother's a therapist. It's all right. It's been a labor of love, and now I will let her tell you how you can feel better while having a conversation about freedom right now today, because y'all know why.
Right. We all know
Please
why.
share the love for the author of the crazy book. Y'all see what I did there? My mother, my rock, my partner, my therapist, Miss Paula, just Paula, the healing arts diva, Miss Paula. Yay!
Thank you, Silver, and thank you, everyone. All you beautiful people in the world. Yeah, thank you for joining us. I'm so excited to be here. As Silver said, this is like really a dream come true. Something the ancestors said, okay, you got to do it now. So let's do it. And so I'm here to do it. And I have some words I want to share with you about why we're here. And then I'm going to invite you to breathe with me in a settling meditation, right? Before we see the video and introduce my beloved friend, Dr. Millicent E. Brown. So, you made it. I made it. Give yourself a sigh of relief. Come on now. Just give yourself a sigh of relief. You made it. The technology didn't eat you alive. You're still here. You're still breathing. Have a sigh of relief. So, for starters, what does the Feel Better Challenge have to do with freedom? Thought you'd never ask. So, I'll answer for you in a nutshell. When you feel better, you do better. When you feel better, you do better. And this is a call to action to do something. How we feel determines how we respond to everything: our friends, our family, our communities, our passions. Certainly, how we feel relates to freedom. When you feel better, you make better decisions. Amen.
Amen.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I'm just saying what you already know, but I'm just pulling it forward, right? You feel better, you do better. We got some stuff to do because we are in a struggle for survival right now.
Yes.
In the moment, June 20th, 2025, we're at risk, in shock, and waiting for somebody to tell us what to do. Trying to figure it out on our own. And that's complicated by the fact that we just don't feel good inside, right? The daily news is killing us slowly. Every day. We don't feel safe pretty much anywhere. And even if you think you're okay with all that's going on around you probably can't stay there. Of course, unless you're in Jamaica like Joyce, then you can stay there for a few days, right? But for the most part, it's virtually impossible to feel good most of the time right now. So it matters that our fiery, justifiable anger and rage does not compel us to do harm like they're doing, right? But we must find plausible solutions, ignite hope that obliterates fear, find peace that we can trust, and safety in our bodies and our communities. The Feel Better Challenge says we can shake it off before it lands in our bodies, in our nervous systems, in our organs. Yeah, because that's where it's going. In your body, in your nervous system, in your organs. That's where all this chaos lands, right? The Feel Better Challenge says we can breathe deeply. Like that sigh of relief. We can exhale to avoid regrettable choices. That's what we don't want to do. You and I take seriously the threats to our freedoms that are being leveled against us moment by moment. Freedom is definitely being denied and needs to be reborn. If it's not happening to you, it's happening to someone you love. It's personal, it's collective, and we all feel it because we're all connected. The bad vibes are everywhere. The bad vibes are in our bodies, our hearts, our minds. I'm an energy body worker. I'm very familiar with how this works. But what I also know is that we can do something about that also. And that's why we're here. It is up to us to do something before we lose everything. Somehow, my friends, somehow, right? We need to land in a grounded, heart centered, felt sense of safety. I know that sounds impossible right now, but that's where we got to go within ourselves, a place that we can trust to make decisions that are best for us, all of us. Some call it our higher self. So, what does the Feel Better Challenge, have to do with freedom? The Feel Better Challenge calls us to manifest and create our own inner good vibes, people, in the midst of this chaotic environment. So we can have a conversation that supports our way forward. We need to unpack one idea as a personal journey. What does freedom mean to you? How do you feel? What do you need? So I'm here to support us as we seek personal and collective freedom, as we watch our culture, our history, our very existence, and the people we love be devalued and denied basic human rights. We must do something now. We can't wait. We can't wait. Got to do it. The ancestors gave me a direct download, said Paula. Right now is the moment. I know you're usually in the background doing what you do, but now you got to come to the foreground. So this is where we are. So this is a God is bigger moment where love is the answer. We are connected in community as a catalyst for finding common ground for healing. And we have come to celebrate. This is the good part, right? We've come to celebrate our culture. We've come to celebrate our history and celebrate our living legacies in the room right now. Give it up for the living legacies who are in the room right now. They were there back then when we're going to talk about that too. Our living legacies to share our thoughts, our insights, and our gifts as artists, musicians, poets, writers, activists, visionaries, and dreamers who are brave and bold and won't let the Freedom March get cold. Say it with me. We are brave and bold. It's in the poem. And we won't let the Freedom March get cold. Hope everybody heard that. Everybody's saying it. Say it with me. You'll hear it again before we depart from this place this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So please let us know when this conversation is over whether or not we made you feel better about having a conversation about freedom. And now you're going to indulge me a little self-care before I introduce Millicent. But before then, I just want to acknowledge my team who believed in me, who did almost everything I asked them to do and more, who did more than I did to make this event happen today. The videos, the wise women, my executive producer husband, the one Edward L. Smith, who always asks who's going to write the check, and then he writes it. See, that's how that works. So my team did the thing. Here we are. I'm grateful. And now we need to breathe. Okay? Now we need to breathe. That's what I'm going to say. And everybody who knows me knows that. Miss Paula is the breath coach, and she's going to invite you to breathe. So let me invite you then to get comfortable in your body as I drop in to my body and my sacred being within. Close your eyes if you're in a position to do that, and just come inside wherever you're sitting. Then take a moment to exhale slowly and gently through your mouth, and allow your natural inhale to return spontaneously as you observe lovingly with kind and soft attention. Let's try that again. Exhale through your mouth. It might help to pull your belly button to your spine, my advanced breathers, while you exhale. And empty out your lungs from the very bottom. And then allow your natural, spontaneous inhale. It'll come back on its own, the breath will, after you exhale, to return as you observe lovingly with kind and gentle attention. Now say, blessed be, and exhale once more. Allow your breath to return, and once again say, blessed be. It is called the blessing breath. This is how we speak our healing intention to open ourselves, our hearts, to divine guidance in this circle of safety, self-care, and support. Join me in a guided settling in meditation and prayers. Again, get comfortable in your body. Find your points of contact. This is very important, where you are sitting. Your feet, find your feet, your seat or your buttocks, where you're sitting, your back. Feel the contact, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your neck, your head. Come fully into your body and your inner awareness. Give yourself permission to be in a spirit of joyful anticipation as you breathe into and through your heart space, your heart center. Just take a moment to breathe into and through your heart space, your heart center. And try that again. Breathe into and through your heart space. Then visualize or imagine that we are all gathered in connection, in community, in a circle of care. All 5,000 of us, wherever we are in space and time. Again, shift your awareness to your breath. And now, just notice your natural, again, we're going with the natural, breathing rhythm. Your natural inhale, nose or mouth, or both. Your natural exhale, nose or mouth, or both. Try it again. Just notice your natural in-breath and your natural out-breath. And bless whatever is there. Just notice gently, softly, with kind and loving attention, without criticism, without evaluation, without judgment, a loving intention. And now for the prayers. Stay there in your breath while I share a few prayers for this moment. Breathe slowly and gently at each contact point. Shift your awareness to your feet and feel the contact point on the floor, on the ground, and feel yourself connected to the roots of the earth. Breathe into your feet and stay there as we pray. May we individually and collectively give thanks to the God who is bigger for each other's presence in this space and time. May this community feel the nearer presence and protection of divine love and light in this circle of safety, self-care, and support. Now shift your awareness to your seat and feel yourself maybe settling just gently towards the earth, towards the floor. Just notice your inner body as it makes contact with the chair, the couch, wherever you're sitting. And breathe into the contact point of your seat. As we pray, may we connect in community as a foundation for celebrating our history as people of color and people of the world. May we challenge ourselves to feel better through this exploration of what freedom means to each of us and do something with authenticity and dignity. Now, shift your awareness to your shoulders, your chest, your heart, and breathe. Gently and slowly, and stay there, and feel the contact point supporting your shoulders and your upper back and your arms and your hands. Stay there as we pray. May this gathering serve as a catalyst for finding common ground for healing for all peoples, all nations, in particular Black and Indigenous people of color and marginalized communities. May this celebration of our culture, our history, our heritage, and our successes as Black Americans soothe wounded souls yet plagued in 2025 by pervasive and persistent historical, institutional, intergenerational, social, and racialized trauma. May we bless this call for freedom for those who are being devalued and denied civil and human rights in America and beyond. And now, shift your awareness to your crown at the very top of your head with the intention of connecting to your higher self, divine light, divine love, however and whatever that means to you. Take a nice deep breath, gentle and slow, and stay there as we pray. May we be joined by our ancestors, angels, and guides in balance and harmony. If you wish at this moment, call in your own ancestors, guides, and angels. May we lift up our truth and our vision for a new normal. May we give hope to the hopeless. May we say, blessed be, I am well. Now open your eyes and look around you at all the landmarks in your environment. This is also a way of grounding yourself and staying connected to the physical world in the midst of the chaos. Just look around wherever you are with your eyes and notice the doors and the windows, the ceiling, the floor. Turn around, look behind you. That helps to support your nervous system. And then turn and look the other way. It's called orienting, a tool you can use when you arrive someplace and you need to connect in a moment where you may feel a little out of sorts. So that's it. Now we're settled in. Thank you for indulging me that journey through your inner self. Hopefully you are settled in and you're ready to meet and greet whatever we share with you today. And now it's time to meet our special guest, Dr. Millicent E. Brown. And so I have another question. What do you know about Charleston? Right? South Carolina, that is. What do you know about Charleston 1963? I'm just putting it out there. We all know about Topeka 1954. We know about Brown there. But maybe we don't know about Brown in Charleston, South Carolina. So we invited you here to be a part of the premiere of my DOCU-Poem video for the poem for freedom, and to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the memoir of our special guest, my childhood friend, one of the first children of integration in my birthplace of Charleston, South Carolina, history maker, Dr. Millicent E. Brown, whose book inspired my poem. A few words about Millicent. Millicent is an American civil rights activist, historian, and educator, best known, and many of us don't know this, and this is why it was so important for her to be here with us today. She is best known for being one of the first people to racially integrate public schools in Charleston, South Carolina in 1963. Millicent is a living legacy and the named plaintiff in the NAACP-led lawsuit that forced the initial desegregation of public schools in South Carolina. Her father, J. Arthur Brown, whom I remember fondly, who was a friend of my father, was the local and state president of the NAACP at the time. And Millicent, if I got any of that wrong, please correct me. Okay.
I will.
Millicent's family home in Charleston was a center of civil rights activity and a place where Millicent gained intimate knowledge of the struggle for racial justice that set her on a life course dedicated to civil rights, Black power, and beyond. Her book, Another Sojourner Looking for Truth, is her insightful reflection. And thank you, South Carolina University Press, for this amazing description of your book on her search for freedom in a nation deeply mired in white supremacist beliefs and overt violence against people of color. Sound familiar? In her revealing history lesson memoir, Millicent writes about her fears and doubts as well as the challenges, and this is so amazing to me, of being a teenager expected to represent the race. Imagine being in high school and being called to represent the race and combat negative stereotypes about African Americans. Her stories inform, inspire, and challenge us to better understand the Black freedom struggle and confront its ongoing challenges. Our hope is that her book, her life story, and her dedication to the cause of freedom will inspire us all to do something, just like it inspired me. Please welcome the one, the only, the amazing freedom fighter, friend from my childhood. I'm so proud. Dr. Millicent is proud. Join us and tell us.
Okay. And make sure, Silver or Alexis or Paula, that you time me, because once I get rolling, I may forget that there are some other things we're supposed to do tonight. Okay, so I will not be offended if I get the signal to close it up. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for making tonight possible. The organizers. And those of you who are joining in. What I'd like to do, and you asked whether or not you had gotten that introduction correct. I think you certainly did. I'm going to highlight a couple of things you said before we get going. I think it is important that people understand that while Topeka 1954 was certainly a major Supreme Court decision. We're all familiar with it. A lot of people don't understand that with that decision, South Carolina was already playing a prominent part because of another lawsuit, Briggs versus Elliott, that was taking place in the state of South Carolina. There is really an ongoing effort by some people to rename Brown because the Briggs case actually brought the first challenge about equality of schools for all children in the state. Brown versus Board eventually became the lead case and joined in with 4 other states. But I just have to, for the record, tell people, be on the listen out for more to be said about Briggs versus Elliott, because South Carolina really does want to go on the record as having really kicked off what ultimately became a major change for this nation. The other thing is, if you say 1954, as we are normally told is the date for school desegregation legally in this country, at least the calling for it, even if it wasn't necessarily realized at that time. But the Supreme Court decision in 54, go back to what Paula said about the Millicent Brown et al. Case, 1963. It means then that, and we're not the only state or community where this was the case, almost an entire decade went by before South Carolina finally said, we will comply with the Supreme Court. And so I like to just point that out, because do the math, almost an entire decade where South Carolina said, hell no, we can, we don't care what you say at the Supreme Court level. We are going to have our segregated schools, and that's all there is to it. And it took going back into the courts after Topeka in places like South Carolina to force the local officials to finally bring about change. The other thing that I need to make sure for the record is stated, my sister Minerva Brown King is on this call tonight, and she was the original plaintiff. The court case was in her name, but and that some of you may come from other areas where this was also the case. People who resisted school desegregation did so by various means. One of them was stalling. And in Minerva's case, she became a senior in high school. She had been the plaintiff for several years, but as she became a senior, the authorities tried to throw the case out and say, she's out of high school, start over. There is no sense in trying to transfer somebody who is already a senior and is about to graduate. Our father, who Paula mentioned, J. Arthur Brown, always kind of chuckled when he told people that he had another ace up his sleeve. He had another daughter, and he was able to get the court case changed from Minerva Brown to Millicent Brown. And so that is how, when I was in the 7th grade, I became the chief plaintiff in that case. Now, having laid that out, I just want to say, let me just take a minute to say why this memoir was written. I have been a college history professor for many years, had been, I'm retired now, but I was noticing over time in the classroom, in my own experiences, as I was getting older, I just realized that, yeah, I really did think I had a story, like so many of us do, a story to tell. And I wanted to start with Charleston and relate as well as I possibly could to just some everyday kinds of experiences that all of us had when we think about our hometown. What was it growing up with your grandmother in the house and with your other siblings, and what was the street like, and what was the Black community like pre-integration. And so I finally was convinced that, yeah, I think I can put this together into a memoir. I deliberately told the publishers, I don't want to write a history book. I've done academic writing for a number of years. I wanted a memoir which allowed me to make it available to an expanded audience, because I did not want just an academic audience. So the book got birthed. It was called something else originally, but we settled on Another Sojourner Looking for Truth. Everybody, another was a very carefully chosen word, because I wanted the emphasis to be not just on me and my experiences, but to really make us understand the importance that we are in the company of many people who are trying to make the world a better place. And so the choice of the word another was done to say, first of all, the case was Millicent Brown et al., meaning and others. And I have, for all these years, ever since 1963, never been comfortable that only my name was the one that was called up, or that I was the one asked to talk about the experiences. So another was a way of reminding everybody, including myself, that you were not in this alone, honey. There were 10 other children who went through this experience on that day in 1963. And so another sojourner was to say, this is about those who have read the book or who may be inclined to read it or listen to it. It was about a physical sojourn. It talks about moving away from Charleston, moving all over the country. So there's physically a sojourn, but I think you will readily see that it's also about an emotional, a psychological, a political sojourn. It was talking about a young woman like myself, but like many of you and many, many thousands of others, that, you know, we're just trying to figure this thing out. We are going through life and we're experiencing different places, different people, and it is just that, a sojourn. And it says, another sojourner looking. That was another very well-chosen word, because I didn't want to say searching, because I maintain when you search for something, you kind of know what you're looking for. I knew that people like me, especially in youth, as we went through maturing on into college, perhaps into life, that we didn't always know what we were looking for, but there was this intense need to keep looking for what I call truth. It was, how do I keep my eyes, my mind, my spirit open so that I don't get stuck in some kind of reality that says, oh, I have the answer now. Oh, I know what it's all about. Oh, this is the way. And I have challenged and will always challenge myself that I am not that cocksure about anything, that I can't stay open to looking, to making certain I haven't gotten stuck. And so another sojourner looking for truth starts with just a young child reflecting on the times, being born right in the middle of the 20th century, looking at what life was like. And ultimately, that truth that I was looking for, talking about in this book, it really was, in my mind, truth, which has all kinds of connotations for people. It meant for me freedom. What does it mean to be Black in America? And that is how the book really came into being. I learned that so many people have responded positively to the book, and I'm really glad, because I did not, even though I was talking through my eyes, it really wasn't about just my experiences. I share the people that I met along the way, some of the people, and some of the wonderful experiences and lessons that they taught me. And it was just a kind of an humbling opportunity to say, girl, you grew up in an NAACP house, and your daddy taught you that, you know, this is the way to do it. And we're going to integrate ourselves into freedom. And then as I got away from Charleston and I went north, I said, oh, you know, I'm getting out of the South. You know, I'm going to go to freedom, you know. And where do I go? Boston, one of the most racist cities in the country. And I find out, oh my goodness, you know, my thing about people were free up north, and I'm going to leave the South. I then had to understand, oh, it's bigger than that. This is not about geography. This racism, this white supremacy, this suppression is everywhere in this nation. And our father had a saying that he had said many times, but we didn't pay attention to. We didn't really understand it. I did finally after Boston. And it was a saying that I refer to in the book that says, the South is anything below Canada. And it made me appreciate that we are really talking about a national phenomenon that has suppressed and depressed people, especially of color, especially people who are marginalized by one thing or another. And I had to look and see that, oh, my narrow understanding just wasn't going to get it. Not only was it not about North-South, it wasn't even always about just Black-white. It truly was about this understanding power and what power people put on others. I'm getting the blink, so that means my time is drawing to an end. I get it, y'all. I hope that that at least gives you some sense of where we're going with the discussion tonight. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Listen, there's not enough time on this planet to get the wealth of knowledge that I know you could share. It is absolutely fascinating. Everybody just drop some love in the comments. I don't think you realize who we have in the building right now. And I mean, it just takes me right back. Thank you so much for being here. This is all going to tie in. I can hardly stand it. So without further ado, that's right. Everybody drop some love in the comment. And
Thank you,
I don't
Mill.
know, man. This is really beautiful.
So much love.
So, okay. So now here we go. This is going to be the best 6 minutes of your whole life right here. Okay. This is what you waited for. This whole 6 minutes right up in here. Get ready. Get ready. Hold on now. Let me go on back to my little navigation. Get myself together. Yes. Let me see. Y'all ready? Drum roll, please. Wait a minute. Here we go. Hold on. Why do singers just start singing words? Why do we do that? Why do we do that? You do that too, Lilius. I know you do. I know you do. Okay. All right. That was so awesome. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me put this up here and get this going. I want to take the banner off so that there's nothing on the screen. Hold on one second. Bear with me, everybody. Bear with me, everybody. Hold on one second. Let's hide that. Here we go.
The Feel Better Challenge presents the For Freedom Project. Welcome and thank you for bringing your awareness, your presence, and perhaps your voice to the cause of freedom for our people, in our nation, and in our world. The For Freedom Project aspires to lift up the cause of freedom through this call to action for all generations to stand up and be counted among those who are committed to the fight for human rights, dignity, and justice. The For Freedom Project is the call of our ancestors to rise up and do something. Thank you, Michelle Obama. I am Paula Potts, poet, healing arts practitioner, creator of the Feel Better Challenge, the creative force behind the For Freedom Project, and author of the poem For Freedom to Millicent E. Brown, a poetic review. I am deeply honored to share this poem, My Voice of Freedom, with you at such a time as this. A bit about the For Freedom poem. My childhood friend, Dr. Millicent E. Brown, in 2024, published an inspiring must-read memoir entitled Another Sojourner Looking for Truth, My Journey from Civil Rights to Black Power and Beyond. This book touched my very soul. As soon as the last page was turned, I grabbed the pencil and paper, yep, I'm an old school writer, and penned the poem For Freedom in her honor. Instantly, I knew that something undeniably bigger than my words had just come through my poetic nature. The muses spoke, I responded, and waited to know when the time was right to share it with you. So, here we are. As the world turns in 2025, this is how I can do something for the cause of freedom. This video reading of the poem for freedom flows from my heart through the voices of my iconic sisters gathered here, the Wise Women Freedom Collective, I call them, who bring the spirit of the freedom movement to each verse through their own living legacies. Our hope is that you will be inspired by this poetic call to action to do something. As you feel into this experience with us, consider what freedom means to you. Then ask, what does freedom mean to me?
For freedom born, white supremacy scorn.
By colorism torn, birth by causes in ancestral loins.
Impossible not to sound the horn, even if often feeling alone.
For freedom's call, I saw it all. Charleston's first with a story to tell. Boston's classic cover of Upper Hell. Georgia's Mecca did not quell. Sent me packing west to Cali for a spell.
For freedom's heart, I do my part.
It's where I got my start, where I leave my historical mark.
On history's path with sun so dark.
Liberty's way, not a walk in the park. For freedom's soul, I remain brave and bold.
Legacy of Miss Millie. May D and J. Arthur took hold.
Would not let the freedom march get cold.
Vested well in the arms of soldiers true.
Black like me and stuck like glue. To visions only God knew. Ella, Thurgood,
Septima,
to name a few.
Endless gratitude I give to you.
Yet there is so much more to do.
For freedom's future,
I journey to education's lure, readied and abled to find a cure.
My memoir, soon I did pen.
Only scratching the surface of my life in the lion's den.
Telling my truth
so others can win. Freedom's power to conquer sin. Now, I'm waiting for you to join in. I'm Dr. N. Joyce Payne.
I am Pamela Coggs Alexander.
I'm Jean Carnes.
Evelyn Simpson Carrington.
I am Lilias White, founder of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund.
I'm a musician,
recording artist,
a former supervisor of DC Public Schools,
writer, producer,
composer, a pianist, organist,
and I have a great grandson.
Tony Award winner and Broadway legend. And freedom to me.
Freedom to me.
Freedom.
Freedom to me.
Freedom means to me
to do all of the things.
Means being able to
be all that I can be.
All that we do
to pursue my dreams.
All gifts that God has given me wherever around the world.
All that we strive for.
With freedom and dignity.
Freedom to me is celebrating the tapestry of the gold mines in Benin to the gold mines in America.
Unmute. Everybody unmute.
All right. There
Yay! Everybody.
All right.
Beautiful. It was so beautiful. I'm proud to be part of it.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies.
What do y'all think? Drop some love in the comments. What do you think? What do you think? Camille said outstanding. April Payne said amazing. Susan is hearting everything. Now, I know it was a lot to see. I'm going to show it again in a few minutes. Was a lot to see. What did you think, Miss Brown, Dr. Brown?
Unfortunately, I was having some issues with the audio.
Oh,
and
no.
so Yeah, I caught obviously the essence, and it was absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to hearing it again, though, because it was skipping on me, and I just didn't
Well,
get
we
to.
cannot have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, just wait 1 second. Hold
But,
on a
but
minute.
let me say, I was sitting here just kind of saying, you don't know, Paula, what it means to think that what you read from me would inspire you, and now the
Yeah.
thought that how your words will inspire others.
Oh,
that gives me chills. You know.
yeah. And me as well.
Yeah.
And it happened just like I said, right when the last page was turned. And the universe set it up because I had the time to read your book.
Yeah.
Camille, thank you, Camille, my sister, had really let me know about it. I got it right away. I read it right away, and boom, there it was, For Freedom. Write the poem right now.
Yeah. And I thank you for that.
published.
Yeah.
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 Thank you for writing it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I want to show it one more time. I'm just going to go straight from the video.
Well done, everybody.
Y'all did that, honey. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go.
Yeah.
For freedom born, white supremacy scorn.
By colorism torn, birthed by causes in ancestral loins.
Impossible not to sound the horn, even if often feeling alone.
For freedom's call, I saw it all. Charleston's first with a story to tell. Boston's classic cover of Upper Hell. Georgia's Mecca did not quell. Sent me packing west to Cali for a spell.
For freedom's heart, I do my part.
It's where I got my start, where I leave my historical mark.
On history's path with sun so dark.
Liberty's way, not a walk in the park.
For freedom's soul, I remain brave and bold.
Legacy of Miss Millie. May D and J. Arthur took hold.
Would not let the freedom march get cold.
Vested well in the arms of soldiers true.
Laughed like me and stuck like glue. To visions only God knew. Ella Thurgood,
Septima,
to name a few.
Endless gratitude I give to you.
Yet there is so much more to do.
For freedom's future,
I journey to education's lure, readied and abled to find a cure.
My memoir, soon I did pen.
Only scratching the surface of my life in the lion's den.
Telling my truth
so others can win. Freedom's power to conquer sin. Now, I'm waiting for you to join in.
I'm Dr. N. Joyce Payne.
I am Pamela Coggs Alexander.
I'm Jean Carn.
Evelyn Simpson Carrington.
I am Lilias White,
founder of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund.
I'm a musician,
recording artist,
a former supervisor of DC Public Schools,
writer, producer,
composer, a pianist, organist,
and I have a great-grandson.
Tony Award winner and Broadway legend. And freedom to me.
Freedom to me.
Freedom.
Freedom to me.
Freedom means to me
to do all of the things.
Means being able
to be all that I can be.
All that we do
to pursue my dreams.
All gifts that God has given me wherever around the world.
All that we strive for.
With freedom and dignity.
Freedom to me is celebrating the tapestry of the gold mines in Benin to the gold mines in America.
Beautiful lady.
Yeah.
Yay, bravo.
She's Silver Sharp. She's 1,000 hours the last couple of months making that happen.
It's
all by her
beautiful.
love. I had nothing
You
to do
did
with
good. So, Paula, you're going to have to write another one so we can do it again.
Yeah, listen, Lil. That was a dream come true. It was something I always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fascinating to me that it would happen with this poem.
Yeah.
Right.
My
It's
first opportunity to have it read by powerful women with powerful voices who could deliver the message would be now at such a time as this.
It's
Right?
beautiful.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank each of you, Jean, Lilius, Pamela, Evelyn, Joyce,
Yeah.
for being there. Thank you for bringing life to this poem
Thank
for me.
you.
Now,
Yeah.
can you all speak to your experience with this? I know just asking you was like, oh, okay, this sounds like fun. But what do you?
Do we
Somebody
just jump?
back? Yeah.
Well,
Do we
I
just-
just felt like it was a great opportunity for people of like minds to come together and recite and therefore create a moment for other people to enjoy this work and to shed light on Dr. Millicent Brown's legacy, because a lot of us don't know that story. So now we have a book that tells us and a poem that celebrates that. I think it's great.
Thank you.
Anybody
Jean?
else? Want to
Evelyn?
speak?
Well, there's a myriad of thoughts flying around in my head.
Of course.
Well, first of all, to hear these various experiences and to hear that this is like one of the first experiences out there in Charleston. I wasn't aware of that.
Ah,
And then for the poem to come out of the inspiration of this experience, it just amazes me the history of all that's happening, that has happened, in our culture that we didn't know anything about. And I said, we need to get it out there because they definitely don't want us to know about it.
That's the truth.
But what a joy to be among my sisters and to see everything that everyone has accomplished, to be a part of this. What an honor. And to have a mother and daughter to be working so beautifully, and husband and everybody involved to make this happen. Just a joy to be a part of this wonderful celebration of our history.
I agree. It was a joyful day.
It was.
Everybody looked so pretty. We all thought we was cute that day. Man.
Y'all was cute.
Because we were cute.
Everybody was cute. Shout out to April Payne for creating the set and the flowers.
Yes, April.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
The home was absolutely gorgeous home. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And who's the makeup lady? What's her name?
Nicole Steele. I was hoping she was going to be able to join us. Shout out to Nicole Steele and Kiki and just the whole crew.
And Manny.
The whole crew.
And
Daryl.
And Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl, of course, produced the music, but y'all knew that already. Y'all already know how we do.
I love the inference of the moaning Black woman in the song. That was just very effective, very beautiful.
Silver.
Y'all created something quite magnanimous.
Thank you. It's just a privilege to be called. It's a privilege.
Yes.
Very humbling privilege. Yeah. So
privileged to be chosen.
Go ahead.
It's a privilege to be chosen as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to have more time to have a conversation when we get on the other side of the next aspect of the Freedom Project. And I get to make one more introduction before I have to give up my notes. As I introduce with a great deal of joy, the CEO of Space Strategies, my right hand, and sometimes both my hands. The co-creator of the Feel Better Challenge, my second brain, and a gifted writer and marketing strategist who can put my ideas on paper better than I can. Imagine that. We co-mentor each other, support each other, and lament with each other when crises arise in our lives. And we always make each other feel better. We are, in my mind, the dream team that gives voice and visionary energy to all my wildest dreams. as a writer and as a healing arts practitioner with a story to tell and a passion for helping others, a passion that Alexis and I share. Joining forces in 2015 to strategize a marketing plan for my memoir, Yesterday When I Was Crazy, we are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Feel Better Challenge, which she helped me literally breathe life into when I was not even sure myself what I had just been given by God. Alexis said, and I quote, "The Feel Better Challenge is bigger than a speech in a mob." And that's a story for another day. And it needs to be shared with the world. Fortunately, I listened to her sage advice, and here we are. I have so much love and so much gratitude for the dynamic presence in my life of Alexis J. Smith, my muse, my friend, my encourager, my personal freedom fighter, a superstar professional who always gives me courage and hope, a bright and shining angel on my shoulder. Please welcome Alexis J. Smith. She had something to share.
Oh my word.
Yes, you're all that.
I wasn't ready. Nowhere near. Wow. Blessed be to God. Blessed be to God. And thank you, Paula. Thank you, Dr. Brown. Thank you, Wise Women Freedom Collective. Thank you, Silver Logan Sharp. I mean, this has been a pleasure from the word go. And as Paula just mentioned, apparently that was back in 2015. We didn't even know it yet. And so, yeah, I really wasn't expecting that. But Paula, I'm very grateful, for your call to breathe, for your call to prayer, for your call, your echo, the boldness that it means to grapple with the question, what it means to be free. What does freedom mean to you? Paula already shared that, we met about 10 years ago and tilled soil, which grew fruit, called the Feel Better Challenge, later to be pruned and nurtured by she and Silver into what we all know and love as the Feel Better Friday energy. Okay, come through. Somebody who can sing should do it. It won't be me. But yes, to the Feel Better Friday. And I believe that we are tending that same fertile ground tonight. So I'm so grateful for everybody being here. Again, my name is Alexis. I am with Safe Space Strategies. And if you know me, you know I love a good word and to write, much like Paula. And when I do, for the things that matter, I pick up a felt pen and a piece of paper. And then I begin to write. I believe there is a call on my life to write, and I'm grateful for the accountability to be transparent and say I need to be a little bit more attentive to that call. But that's one reason that the For Freedom Project and this companion piece that I'm getting ready to introduce means so much. This For Freedom journal is more than a tool. It's a vessel. It's something that will allow you to manifest and bring not just your words to life, but your voice. You don't have to be a writer. You only have to be willing to be honest. Ask the honest questions. Listen to the honest answers. And if you so dare, document them. Put them in writing and on paper so that they might be a guide for someone else who needs and wants to take a few brave steps toward their own freedom. I'm grateful for the opportunity to introduce the journal. And Silver, if you wouldn't mind, I don't know if you're going to pull it up and share it. If not, ladies, it will be available on the screen.
There it is.
freedom's future. So thank you all for joining. The journal is available online as we speak. You can purchase a soft cover copy and have it delivered to your door. We also, there it is. We also have it as a digital version, which is what you're seeing on the screen here. And then when you get to the last page of the digital version, you will have an option to download a PDF so that, again, you can take your pen to your paper and document your journey toward freedom. So thank you all. Paula, thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. And folks, let me tell you, she put her heart and soul into this journal. Once again, she knew how to put my thoughts on paper, and she really gets all the credit for putting this together and have it wow even me. So I encourage you to get, we have hard copy, digital versions that are available on silverware.com. You want to write about what freedom means to you. And so I think that's a good segue, unless I'm missing something. I don't have my run of show in front of me. But now, in the time we have left, we really want to have the conversation about what freedom means to you. And I'm just going to give a quick example just to set the tone. And then I want you, the listeners, the participants, to chime in on what freedom means to you. So here's a couple of things that freedom means to me. My life is a conscious breather with 30 years of freedom to me. Now that may sound a little out there, but because of my struggle with fibromyalgia and other kinds of anxiety-related disorders, I took on the challenge of being able to use conscious breathing to get through a panic attack, to reduce my pain. And 30 years later, I have been incredibly made free by the power, the healing power of the breath. So I want to leave that with you. This event tonight is freedom to me, because my voice of freedom, poeting is my voice of freedom, is now being shared with the world, something I probably wouldn't have done even a year ago, and certainly not on this subject. And thirdly, to stand up for myself. Good Lord have mercy. The grace, the calm, the judgment, the decision in the moment to stand up for myself when others are disrespecting me in any way that is inappropriate to my soul, my spirit, my body, my mind, or my well-being. I'm still learning to stand up for myself, but it's working, because that's what freedom means to me. Okay, next. I'm done. Come on, somebody. Come on. What does freedom mean to you? Drop a comment. I can hear the rain.
Freedom to me,
okay, thank you,
means artistic freedom and integrity. It means being able to travel at a moment's notice and share time and energy with like-minded people. Freedom is being able to talk to my grandkids whenever I want to, and try to impart upon them some of the things that I know. Because after a while, it's things you know. And if you know, you know. But freedom is the opportunity also to learn new things. And to call a motherfucker out if you got to call them out. If you got to call a motherfucker out, my mother used to say, if somebody do something to you or you think you've been harmed by somebody and you call them a son of a bitch and then you find out you were wrong, you got to go back and say, I'm sorry, son of a bitch, I was wrong. So that's freedom for me.
Come on, somebody.
Come on, somebody. Let's hear it.
I love it. I know that's right.
I know that's right. I know that's right. You know,
Hilarious.
what do we need to do?
Hilarious. Who wants freedom to me? Here, I'm going to put this up.
Peaceful
Okay.
space.
Thank you,
Coexist.
Nadine. Freedom to me means a peaceful space to coexist and thrive, having access to life fulfilling and life sustaining resources, the confidence to resist hateful politics. There it is. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking about today. Thank you, Nadine. That's
That's
it.
a word right there.
Beautiful.
Exist.
Listen.
Come on, somebody.
Anybody else want to?
Have some love, right?
I think Lillian said what everybody was thinking, but I mean,
but
maybe
peace,
it's just me.
freedom is peace. Freedom leads to peace.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
yes, it does.
It does. It leads to peace. That's very important for me in my life right now to have that.
Yeah.
There's Miss Susan.
There you are, guys.
Can you all hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I love what she said. That inspired me to come on and make a comment. So what freedom means to me, or what I would love for freedom to mean for me, is spaces. First of all, thank you for everything. The production, everything was amazing. My voice is trembling right now because I'm still, recovering from what I just saw. But what freedom means to me, real freedom, I don't know if this will ever happen, but you know how we're in this circle right now, and Mama Paula did the most wonderful job of connecting all of us in the beginning, right? We all connected as one. And it's wonderful to have this here, but I want that when I walk out my front door. I don't want to have to worry about my skin color everywhere I go. I want my sisters and my brothers to get over this PTSD that we've been dealing with for hundreds of years. Can you imagine if we were able to actually take that off and not have to deal with that every single damn day?
Every day.
Right? I don't want to have to deal with that every time I walk out the door.
Yeah.
That would be, if I could get that, just that type of freedom where that wasn't a barrier. That song that Silver played initially, what if we didn't have color lines? That is what would be true freedom for me. And I say that as a Black woman, and I hate that I even have to say that as a Black woman.
Right.
Amen, Susan. You said that.
Amen. You did that. Thank you, sis.
That's how y'all move me.
Yeah.
And I love this safe space that you have right here. But I
Yeah.
wish it was everywhere.
Yes, exactly. And in that light, Susan, we need to work as a community to expand safe spaces for others.
Absolutely.
Because the safe space is critical.
Yeah. Super critical.
Yeah, because we can't just keep rewinding the trauma, right? We can't just keep getting triggered. We have to come in to wholeness.
Yes. And we got to deal with this trauma. It's in our bodies, it's in our bones, it's in our ancestry, in our DNA. And enough.
Right.
Please change it, please. And things like this are what start that. So thank you. And Millicent, thank you for staying on this mission. You didn't have to, but you did. And I think it was also very inspiring to hear that Paula got so touched after turning the last page and writing this incredible poem, which makes us all want to jump and read that book and see if we feel the same way at the end, So we're all probably getting the book. I hope that this gets posted and it goes out into the world. And I pray, you hear my voice, I pray that it affects everybody like it's affecting me. Thank you so much for whatever work you put into and putting this together. It was amazing.
Thank you, Susan. Man, I think I'm going to say something because everything that's been said, just prior, really makes me want to just add to that. And for me, freedom continues, and I'm about to turn 77. It's a long time of being in the room, willing to go against what everybody else in the room is saying. You know, it's there is a trauma, I think, over time, but not one that I regret. It's just I'm so thankful and appreciative for the grounding starting from childhood that has maintained me throughout my entire life. But freedom for me has been the ability to see outside, not just negative, but all the falsehood that we grew up with. And the ability, you know, by traveling around the world, traveling around the country, meeting so many different people, understanding that there are different economic systems that we thought, oh, this thing we call capitalism was the thing. And realizing, oh, you know, maybe the United States isn't as exceptional as we were told, you know. And so in a sense, my political freedom has been the ability to say, y'all lied, you know, and y'all been lying to us so long. And my ability to see the lie and all of our ability to see past the mess that we've been indoctrinated with. And it's a good feeling. It's there's much sadness in the world. There's much horror and terror in the world for sure. But the ability to question and know that there are better ways, better systems that we can work toward, that's a freedom for me. Thank you.
You're right. They lied and they're lying again.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So just for fun, right? For those who might be joining, hold on, I'm going to do this one more time. Let me see. Wait. Oh, my girl
I love
Palami
all
just
the
came in.
comments. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Everyone
the comments are great.
and speaking on it, because when you give voice to it, it becomes real. When you write it down in a journal, on paper, digitally, however you do it, it gets realer, if you will.
Realer and realer.
Then you get to look at it and say, is this really my truth? Is there a different truth? Is there something I'm missing?
Yeah. Yes.
What the heck can I do about it?
Yeah.
It doesn't get me in trouble. It doesn't involve me yelling and screaming and going off and wrecking my nervous system, because I'm not going to do that. Okay. You know, really, it's real. When I talk to people now, I can feel how bad they feel, how afraid they are. How do we support ourselves so that we are not afraid? Cautious, paying attention, but know that God is bigger. Love is the answer, even for Black folks and people of other people of color, and other marginalized people. God is still bigger for us, even though they try to tell us differently. Yeah.
And love is definitely the answer. Love is the answer. Love to me is the resistance.
It is. Because it takes many forms. Love is compassion.
Yes.
Love is kindness. Love is.
And sometimes love is ignoring some people.
Hey, walking away.
Like that man at the airport this morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Say, I'm done with that.
He came real close to seeing Brooklyn.
Uh-oh. Y'all froze. Wait a minute.
But but I said, okay, I'm gonna love myself so that I don't get myself upset with his nonsense. So it's that too. It's the resistance, and it's the loving yourself that's the resistance, and the love for other people that's the resistance.
Yes, because we didn't grow up loving ourselves, and anybody want to challenge me on that is fine, but I learned that even about myself when I was going through my 10-year full-time healing journey, that there was a part of me that didn't love me. And so I had to find that part, heal her, and then move on. That's why I'm out of bed, not bedridden anymore.
Okay, come on with that.
That part.
Exactly. It was real.
Yes.
It's real. Yeah, I love it. This is so wonderful. This is everything I dreamed of and more. Thank you so much, everybody. This
Yes.
is, and
We've
keep it
got
up.
Nadine with us right quick. Would you like to say a little something right quick?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me to this amazing panel of women and discussion. I'm so full and overwhelmed with everything that I've heard tonight. And the topic of freedom was so timely for me because I was inspired to coin a phrase recently due to this horrible politic that we're living right now. And I felt that the government is trying to erase people, cultures, livelihoods, just erase people like they don't even exist. So I coined the phrase eracism, and I spoke to it
Yes.
for the Pan-African community. It kind of gave me affirmations that I kind of put into the chat. But then I was further inspired to think about my LGBTQ brothers and sisters, affirmations that they may feel erased by this government. And then I thought about my brown brothers and sisters in the immigration struggle and what their affirmations might be. So the whole eracism topic is taking on a life of its own. And I'm just, just really overwhelmed with what we're living right now. And this is my resistance to it. And this is my little contribution to, the struggle and what I can do, personally.
Beautiful.
Janice has joined us also. Hey, Janice Evans, another
Hey.
poet, and thank you for being here.
Can you hear
What'd
me?
you think? Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Yes.
Okay. I'm just so moved by tonight, and I'm glad I made it. I did not finish with my last client downtown till 6:15 down at K Street.
Wow.
And I said, am I going to make it home to get on this? And I think I got home at 7:05.
Okay.
So I'm just
Perfect timing.
blessed to be here and taking all this energy. Dr. Brown, thank you so much. A lot of what you said validated me as an author. And the question of what freedom means to me, I posted in the chat that freedom is captured in my motto. And my motto is tell your story, begin to heal. So I think that part of freedom is to be not afraid to tell our stories, because we all have a story to tell. We've all been through something as Black women, as Black children, Black teenagers, Black young adults growing up in America. We have stories to tell. We have multiple stories to tell. And once we are not afraid to tell those stories, we begin to heal with each story told and each story heard. So I just wanted to say that. And thank you for inviting me up, Silver.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you, Janice. And Janice, please put your books in the chat. Janice is an amazing poet.
Yes.
She has all that history book. I'm supporting all the authors that are writing books, in particular books about our history and our healing, because this is where I live and this is the territory I want to expand for any and everybody I can share it with, because it's up to us to tell our story. Not them. It's us to tell, up to us to tell our stories. Like Janice said, storytelling is a healing. And just like you said, Millie, when I was writing my book, people say, well, are you writing a research book and a how-to? No, I'm telling my story. Okay? Because that's what people can relate to. Not a whole lot of further deviations and how many people in the subject pool and all of that. No, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear what you went through and how you overcame.
They want to hear the truth.
Yes.
Yes.
And we all need to tell the truth.
That's right. Right now, more than
Jean,
ever.
you got a word for us? pull your camera down just a little
You're
bit.
so beautiful, Jean.
There you go.
Right.
With her silverware on.
Oh yes, I'm sporting my silverware, and
Y'all
thank
know
you.
Jean is in England right now, which is what? It's midnight over there, a little after midnight.
Right, right. But I've been excited all week. I've been here for a little bit over a week now, and I've been looking forward to this evening because I had 2 shows in Midtown London, and I've been thinking about all of you and Ms. Millicent, and very anxious and very excited about being in this forum and sharing the knowledge and the love and the messages that we all bring to humanity, to our little corner of the world, and to our neighbors and our constituents and our loved ones. And I'm just glad to be alive during this time because we can make a difference. But we have to do it together, and I'm sure we're more than capable of that. So I bring you the message from more than 3,000 miles away. We're going to do
you.
And we're going to do it well.
Yes.
Thank you.
I just love this. We have got about 15 minutes left in this broadcast. I've got a few more people I want to come up. I can only have a few up at a time. I'm trying to make sure everybody stays on screen, and I'm waiting for 1 or 2. Mr. Pullins, if you are there, please click on. And I don't know, Mr. E or Daryl, I would love to hear from a man's point of view.
Let a man come in.
Let a man come up for a second. And meanwhile, while that's happening, check this out one more time.
For freedom born, white supremacy scorn.
By colorism torn, birth by causes in ancestral loins.
Impossible not to sound the horn, even if often feeling alone.
For freedom's call, I saw it all. Charleston's first with a story to tell. Boston's classic cover of Upper Hell. Georgia's Mecca did not quell. Sent me packing west to Cali for a spell.
For freedom's heart, I do my part.
It's where I got my start, where I leave my historical mark.
On history's path with sun so dark.
Liberty's way, not a walk in the park.
For freedom's soul, I remain brave and bold.
Legacy of Miss Millie. May D and J. Arthur took hold.
Would not let the Freedom March get cold.
Vested well in the arms of soldiers true.
Black like me and stuck like glue. To visions only God knew. Ella, Thurgood,
Septima,
to name a few.
Endless gratitude I give to you.
Yet there is so much more to do.
For freedom's future,
I journey to education's lure,
readied and abled to find a cure.
My memoir, soon I did pen.
Only scratching the surface of my life in the lion's den.
Telling my truth
so others can win.
Freedom's power to conquer sin. Now, I'm waiting for you to join in.
I'm Dr. N. Joyce Payne.
I am Pamela Coggs Alexander.
I'm Jean Carnes. Evelyn Simpson Carrington.
I am Lilias White,
founder of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund.
I'm a musician,
recording artist,
a former supervisor of DC Public Schools,
writer, producer, composer, a pianist, organist,
and I have a great-grandson.
Tony Award winner and Broadway legend. And freedom to me.
Freedom to me.
Freedom.
Freedom to me.
Freedom means to me
to do all of the things.
Means being able.
Be all that I can be.
All that we do.
To pursue my dreams.
All gifts that God has given me wherever around the world.
All that we strive for.
With freedom and dignity.
Freedom to me is celebrating the tapestry of the gold mines in Benin to the gold mines in America.
There it is again. Oh, that's right. I got to learn that.
Gotta snap, gotta snap, gotta snap, gotta snap.
I got to keep up.
This was really
And-
great. This
yeah,
is
and
really
it's
great.
my 20th anniversary of becoming a poet. I wrote my first poem at the age of 57 in 2005, 20 years ago.
Wow.
Happy anniversary to me.
Right, right.
Happy anniversary, indeed. Wow.
And then happy Juneteenth. We just celebrated all the time. It just lines up perfectly.
Happy Juneteenth, happy Freedom Day, and happy Feel Better Friday.
Friday, all of it wrapped into one.
And summer solstice. Summer
Yes.
solstice.
Right, summer
Yeah, happy
solstice.
summer. Happy summer.
Yeah,
Yes.
happy summer. That's my favorite time of year.
Me too.
Me too. Me too. So does anybody have anything else to contribute? I would love to just show you guys the flip journal once more, so you can see this is available for download. Just a little something that is available on silverware.com. Everything we have that is available for purchase is on silverware.com, from the jewelry to the wine glasses to everything else. Everything that we have as products. That is where they live. So this is downloadable, and we have a few physical copies. They are on, I think, for $14.99 on silverware.com. And Alexis crafted this beautiful, beautiful piece of work. We can take no credit. That is all Alexis' concept and idea and layout and everything, as we say in DC.
And the poem will be available on my website in a couple of days, paulapots.com, and the videos. So we wanted to wait until after the premiere.
Yes.
See it first.
You all get to see it first. And so it'll be prepared to be sick of this video, because I'm about to run it on the ground and slap people with it. Yes, it is on my YouTube channel, but it'll be getting shared and reposted, and who knows where it may go. Okay, who knows where it may land. And I feel, like I said, a follow-up conversation coming on. And if you guys, and if anybody who is still watching, if you put in the chat, if you all would like to have a follow-up conversation, or maybe we can do another powwow and have, Millicent or, people of that caliber to come on and have this conversation and just see how people are feeling and what we're dealing with and what we're going through, and just spread the love. One person at a time. Learn our history, get a little more in depth, with people who were there, even when we were doing this. And me, I'm so quick. I've been wanting my mother to do an audiobook, right? I'm an audiobook kind of girl. And I, with her memoir and her poetry books. So when this opportunity, when we were throwing it around, and I said, well, it just won't be the same coming from me. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken, but I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I wasn't there. So I'm a product of the late 60s. So to have, my good girlfriends and sister cousins and mentors. Jean helped to start me on my career. Singing background for her landed me with Nile Rodgers and Chic for 20 years. And Lilius has just wrapped herself around me from the first day we met. We've been connected, and feeds my soul, my creativity, my heart, everything, supports silverware, everything. So it's just tremendous, and it all came together. It just lined up. Everybody was available. Mama Joyce, Pamela thought we were crazy. She was like, wait, you mean me? Me? You know what I mean? And the way that it just fell into place was just amazing. And so we just have to keep the conversation going. We need everybody to read Miss Millicent's book. Everybody. Yes. We need everybody to get this book.
Or listen, or
Or
hear it.
listen. Me too. It's an audio book.
Yeah.
It is available on audiobook. And thank you all for registering. We'll follow up and send out some thank yous and some follow up if we can have another conversation And again, thank you to everybody in the chat who came through. Nikki and Kyra are my TikTok friends who have joined in, and Miss Patsy Shaw is here, and Pamela Alexander, who I couldn't get her in the room. I'm trying to get you in, Pamela, but I'm just glad you were able to see it. But
And
this is going to be
meanwhile,
posted everywhere.
check out Janice Evans's post for her book,
Absolutely.
right? Reflections, and make sure you get her book as well.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
wait a minute. And look who's here. The maestro.
The maestro.
Hey.
Now listen. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Daryl. Thank you
It
for
is
so much
so
for what you did for this program.
Absolutely.
This
Yeah, yeah.
event.
It was my honor to be able to take part in this. This is very inspiring to see. And it's funny because like even how the gift makes them, it's like I have to learn how to sit in my own musical freedom. Silver was like, you can do whatever you want. And I was like, really? Can I? It was just one of those things where it's like just knowing and hearing the words and just and having everything resonate with me. Um, it's just amazing to be able to be a part of something that is so monumental, that has weight, that is steeped in the history of all of this, and understanding for people to, for us to be able to move forward. So I'm glad I'm on here. I'm glad my wife put my name in the credits. and it's a beautiful thing to be able to collaborate, because the freedom for me is knowing that my voice matters with that as well. Even though I'm behind the scenes, I'm grateful for that. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Silver. Thank you to everyone that just let me be in the room with you.
Yeah.
It's
you're a genius.
Oh wow!
May I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I just wanted to say I'm grateful for having gotten the invitation for tonight. The energy and the achievement in this room is palpable. I'm going to carry this with me. I'm going to share it with everyone that I know, and just know that this girl is grateful for being here. So thank you so much.
Awesome. That is so awesome. Does anybody else have a little something? We've got a few minutes left.
I just want to say I did a show decades ago. Excuse me, Whiz Bus and Truck Tour. And the guy who played the lion was a man named The Bobby Hill. The Bobby Hill used to always say to me, first he called me a singing heifer.
When you reach heifer status, it's serious.
But he would always say, "Many are called, but few are chosen." Now, I'm not a Bible quoter, because I'm not a Bible expert, but I always remembered him saying that, and I just believe that this project was divine. It was meant for this time and space, and the fact that we were all chosen to be part of it, I think makes it even more powerful. So I'm grateful to have been chosen to be involved in this, to be a part of it, to lend my voice, and I'm ready for the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna hold you to it, Lil, because I'm ready to.
Okay. All right.
You definitely have the voice and the energy and the power.
Well, thank you, darling.
Broadway diva friend.
It's been a real joy.
Bill live. You got to see Jean live. You got to see Evelyn. You got to see.
Yeah.
Evelyn's at a rehearsal right now too, so she had to jump off. But this has just been great, you guys, and I really appreciate you all participating and sharing. And like I said, we're going to try to share this even more. Hope it grows some legs. Yes. Hope it brings tremendous amount of book sales and awareness. Not just sales, but awareness. People are reading it and then moving about with it. It's more than a notion to write a book, and and to have it have that kind of substance. And I swear my mother sleeps with books. I don't know how Mr. Eddie stands it. Books everywhere, just all over the place. One she's writing and the one she's reading. So, but does anyone have any final parting words? Alexis, Mom, Lilius, Jean, Nadine, Anybody?
I'm rocking my silverware. I don't know if you noticed.
I was getting ready to say, shout out to the silverware rockers out there. I appreciate that so much. Everybody's got their silverware on. It's a beautiful thing. This is beautiful.
I just want to say thank you for including me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Always. And thank you for moving things around to be available for it.
I would say that I think you've started a support group, so we will be looking for more invitations to come out and be in this community. This is the beginning of a healing community.
There it is.
Absolutely.
That's it, Janice, in a nutshell. That's it.
Yeah.
We have to support each other, help each other, because healing comes with intention.
Yes.
So the intention has now been established. Let the healing begin.
Oh, yes.
Ashe.
Amen. Amen.
Love is the resistance. Love is the resistance.
Let me see. I think is Buggy coming in. I'm just gonna check one last time, doing one last round.
Right.
And I'm gonna turn y'all loose. You know, freedom.
I have to thank Camille because I said, okay, I need you to get Millicent on my schedule.
Right. We need to know back around. And I'm like, because I was like, who does this? Right. We have to make sure she's around and able. So anyway, you guys, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Wise Women Freedom Collective. Thank you. Thank you. Here's Camille right quick. Let me see if I can get her in. You're a little sideways, Buggy. There you go.
Oh my goodness. But you're there.
Yes, she's there.
I can't see.
I don't know. Wait, hold on.
Wait. Your video.
Did you turn off your camera?
Right.
You know, I got to talk to Mr. 20% to get you on camera.
Oh my goodness.
We can hear you though. We can't see you.
Okay. I didn't turn my camera off though. I don't know what I did.
But go and say what you want to say.
It's
I am so grateful, so thankful. This has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. I am just overjoyed.
Thank you, sis. I love you. I love you all.
Thank you again, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Much love.
Thank you, guys. I'm just going to let us out.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Enjoy,
Have
everybody.
a weekend.
Feel better.
Have a great weekend.
Okay. Feel better.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
Yes, let's be. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
There you go.
Bye, guys. I'm just going to roll this beautiful bean footage one more.
For freedom born, white supremacy scorn.
By colorism torn, birthed by causes in ancestral loins.
Impossible not to sound the horn, even if often feeling alone.
For freedom's call, I saw it all. Charleston's first with a story to tell. Boston's classic cover of Upper Hell. Georgia's Mecca did not quell. Sent me packing west to Cali for a spell.
For freedom's heart, I do my part.
It's where I got my start, where I leave my historical mark.
On history's path with sun so dark.
Liberty's way, not a walk in the park.
For freedom's soul, I remain brave and bold.
Legacy of Miss Millie. May D and J. Arthur took hold.
Would not let the Freedom March get cold.
Vested well in the arms of soldiers true.
Laughed like me and stuck like glue. To visions only God knew. Ella, Thurgood,
Septima,
to name a few.
Endless gratitude I give to you.
Yet there is so much more to do.
For freedom's future,
I journey to education's lure,
readied and abled to find a cure.
My memoir, soon I did pen.
Only scratching the surface of my life in the lion's den.
Telling my truth
so others can win.
Freedom's power to conquer sin. Now, I'm waiting for you to join in.
I'm Dr. N. Joyce Payne.
I am Pamela Coggs Alexander.
I'm Jean Carnes.
Evelyn Simpson Carrington.
I am Lilias White.
founder of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund.
I'm a musician,
recording artist,
a former supervisor of DC public schools,
writer, producer, composer, a pianist, organist,
and I have a great grandson.
Tony Award winner and Broadway legend. And freedom to me.
Freedom to me.
freedom.
Freedom to me.
Freedom means to me
to do all of the things.
Means being able
Be all that I can be.
all that we do,
to pursue my dreams.
All gifts that God has given me wherever around the world.
all that we strive for.
With freedom and dignity.
Freedom to me is celebrating the tapestry of the gold mines in Benin to the gold mines in America.
There it is.
All right. Thanks,
All
everybody.
right. Yeah.
Last night. Let's see. Yes.
Hold tight, Mom, 1 second. Hold tight, Alexis and Daryl and Buggy. Camille, I'm going to end the live. Thanks, everybody who is participating in the chat. God bless y'all. Thank you, Nichelle Taylor. How are you? Thank you for being here, Miss Shirley and Marjorie and Nikki and Falami and Janice and Val, Marjorie and Camille, Kim Hart and Juanita Williams and everybody, Mr. E, Ira, everybody. Thank you for being here, you guys. I'm going to end the live.
Yeah.
There she is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perseverance.